Imagine waking up one morning and being arrested, but no one tells you what crime you committed. No charges, no explanations, just the cold, faceless authority dragging you into a nightmare where the rules don't make sense. This is not a dystopian movie. It's Franz Kafka's haunting masterpiece, The Trial, a story about guilt, power, and the terrifying machinery of bureaucracy. Let's step into Josef K's world, scene by scene, and watch how his life unravels in a system he can't escape. Josef K, a respected bank official, wakes up on his 30th birthday. Two warders enter his room, telling him he is under arrest. Shockingly, they refuse to say what crime he committed. The warders confiscate some of his belongings, but leave him free to continue his daily life. Josef K laughs it off at first, thinking it's a joke or misunderstanding. From the very beginning, Kafka sets the stage for absurdity. K is arrested, but he isn't imprisoned. He's guilty, but of what, nobody knows. Josef K is summoned to a mysterious courtroom in a shabby apartment building. The court officials are rude, disorganized, and indifferent. K delivers a fiery speech, mocking the court and calling the trial ridiculous. Instead of stopping the case, his rebellion only entangles him deeper. The courtroom feels less like justice and more like a circus. Yet the audience applauds the court, not K. Here, reason doesn't matter. Power does. K's uncle Carl learns about the trial and panics. Reputation is at stake. He introduces K to Advocate Holt, a sickly lawyer bedridden in his house. The lawyer speaks vaguely, offering no real defense. Instead, he boasts about his connections. K grows frustrated. The legal process seems endless and useless. Every attempt to fight back only leads to more confusion. The lawyer, instead of saving K, is just another cog in the corrupt system. Through a connection, K meets Titorelli, a court painter. Titorelli explains there are only 3 possible outcomes: definite acquittal, impossible; apparent acquittal, temporary relief, trial always returns; protraction, endless delays with no verdict. In short, escape is impossible. The narrator unmasks the trial for what it really is: a trap. No matter what K does, he will remain guilty. K is summoned to a cathedral where he meets a priest connected to the court. The priest tells him the parable of a law. A man waits all his life before a door of justice, never allowed to enter. At the end, he learns the door was meant only for him, and it is closed forever. K begins to sense the hopelessness of his situation. The parable is the key to understanding Kafka's world. Justice is always promised, always near, but never truly accessible. On the eve of his 31st birthday, 2 men arrive to take K away. They lead him to a deserted quarry. K realizes what is happening, but offers little resistance. In a chilling climax, he is forced to place his head on a stone. The men stab him like a dog. His last words, a feeling of shame. Kafka doesn't give us a heroic ending. Josef K dies nameless, powerless, consumed by a system he never understood. So, what exactly is Kafka telling us in The Trial? On the surface, it's about bureaucracy and justice, a system so large, so faceless, that individuals become trapped without reason. But at a deeper level, it's about existential guilt, the feeling of being guilty just for existing. Notice, K never even asks if he actually committed a crime. Instead, he spends his energy trying to fight the system, as if guilt itself were inevitable. Many critics say this reflects the modern human condition. We live in societies filled with rules we don't fully understand. We search for meaning, but face endless barriers. Like K, we're guilty, but we don't know of what. Kafka leaves us with no clear answers, only the haunting truth that sometimes the system wins. And perhaps that's why The Trial still feels so modern. Because who hasn't at some point felt powerless against forces larger than themselves? In Kafka's world, justice may never arrive, but the real trial is the one we live every day.